What's good, y'all? I just wanted to touch on another topic that ran across my head because I think it's important and I think people need to hear this stuff, so I'm going to share it. I'll title this to always give somebody the time of day. Just as simple as that. Always give somebody the time of day. What I mean by that is I've noticed a lot of the time, obviously, people are much different when they're around certain people, or, they're much different from when they're in a crowd or just by themselves, or obviously around their parents or stuff like that. Like, they're always different in different situations. And respectfully, I understand that because you can't say certain things in front of your parents that you say with your friends and all that, but I'm talking about their actual personality. I think a lot of people literally have a personality disorder and they don't even realize it. Which is why I say I always like to give people the time of day and talk to them like one-on-one. You get so much different information and you see so much of a different character when you speak to somebody one-on-one. I think that's why therapy helps people a lot, because I don't think people can actually be themselves in so many situations. So I just notice a lot of the time that when you see somebody in public and you're talking to them and they're around a bunch of people, they act a certain way, but then when you talk to them one-on-one, there's so many different things that are going on, and it's really strange. It's really, really strange. It's literally, and so many people have this problem. It's actually a personality disorder. I think. But what I'm saying is, when you speak to somebody one-on-one and you actually give somebody the time of day to talk to them, you can basically uncover a lot of things that sort of make you go, oh, and you start to see a lot of things that you wouldn't have normally seen if you only saw these type of people around, crowds. And it's messed up because when you talk to people one-on-one, because I'm an introvert, I've always been like that, and I've always been cool with being alone, and that's why it's I'm not really much different when I'm in a crowd versus when I'm by myself, other than maybe I'm a little more extroverted and social, and energy is high. My energy is just high, but I'm not going to be walking around I'm not going to be screaming right now. I'm by myself. I'm just taking a peaceful ass walk down the street. I'm not going to be screaming. But what I mean is I'm not going to be almost a completely different person around different people. I'm still going to be the same person. Like I said, I might hold back on certain things because I'm talking to certain people, which is fine, but my actual personality won't be different. When I talk to certain people one-on-one, I really see, I see them for who they are. I understand what they're saying to me because they have no choice. These people have no choice but to be themselves when it's just you and them. It's hard for them to fake it because it's dude, I'm sitting right here. You have to talk to me, right? So when you talk to someone like that, compared to if you talk to them in a social situation, you really start to understand what they're about. And then the unfortunate part about this is that these people act a certain way towards you. You get a read on them and you say, okay, I understand where he's coming from, and you start to look at them differently. But then boom, you go back to the social situation and they're just right back to that person that they were. And it's just that's how you can gauge whether you need to kind of stay away from people like that. Because if that person can't be comfortable enough being themselves around other people, then you can't be around those type of people. You just can't. I feel I just needed to say this because I want to keep these videos shorter though, but I don't really care. I just want to talk about it. You have to always make sure that people don't switch up like that. Because then the same stuff that they say to you in that moment, they might say some totally different stuff to other people about you. Like they might say like, listen, oh, like you're so cool, like you're so down to earth, thank you for talking to me. And then they might get into a group of their friends, like whatever, have a couple of drinks and be like, that dude's a weirdo. You know what I mean? Like you gotta watch out for people like that. But when you do give someone the time of day, it's almost like you can pick stuff out that they're sort of dealing with that you would have never really found prior. I feel like it's been happening to me lately. Like I'm one-on-one with someone, I'm talking to them, and they sort of like, you know, there comes a point where someone kind of feels the need to say something that they might be thinking. And then you're like, oh, okay. And you start to understand a little bit. And that's when you can offer some input and all that. But yeah, I just always wanted to give someone the time of day to speak to me. And if it goes bad, it goes bad. Like that, you know, that's fine. It happens. But if it goes good, you might be able to help that guy or girl in some sort of way. So yeah, a quick message. I'm gonna make a part 2. But yeah, that's a quick message. Always give somebody the time of day.